No one can resist the pull of a secret desire that has come to life before their eyes. You must first choose targets who have some repression or dream unrealized.
That's the key. That's the key. It has to be someone whom you could fulfill something for them. If you're finding someone that's completely satisfied, you can't do this with them. And I don't think this could be used for evil, to be honest with you. Because usually most relationships satisfy something from each other. Right? And so and each person promises something. And that's to fulfill the fantasy of being a couple. But the problem is that a lot of people get with people who, what they provide, they don't need. And vice versa. They're only superficially, things usually fizzle out after a while. You know? So, for example, if I'm with a girl and she wants to have a threesome with another dude, she's out of luck. I'm like, girl, I'm the wrong guy. I'm the wrong guy. I'm telling you. You know, I'm not that guy for you. Right? It's an extreme example, but you have to find people who you could be their fantasy. So, for example, if I want to get a wife, I'll go where they're looking for someone that looks like me. An eccentric person that's dark skinned, right? Where would you go? I would go to a secular white country or a secular South American country. For example, Mexico, right? Like, people here really love people who are dark skinned here, and they like artists. So I fit their match, right? If you go to Europe, go to Amsterdam. If I go to Poland, any of those white countries, people, I fulfill it there, right? Actually, it's the exoticness, right? It's a little harder in the United States, slightly bit, not impossible. You know what I'm saying? But if I really want to have that grab that pound of flesh, like have a deep effect, you go where you're not, where your kind is not there, because they're fantasizing about you. I'm from New York. Oh my God, New York! I always wanted to meet someone from New York, right? They're fantasies, and you represent an outlet to New York City. I'm from America. Oh my God, I want to go to America, right? I'm joking around, but you guys kind of get the point, right? Or why poor people usually get scammed by pyramid schemes. Why the fuck you think they get scammed? It's not because they're stupid, but because their pyramid scheme speaks to what they want, what they need. People, this is honestly one of my favorite chapters that I think I've ever listened to in this book, because this is just hitting me like a thunderbolt.
Always the most likely victims of a seduction. Slowly and gradually, you will build up the illusion that they are getting. To do so is to bring some flesh and blood into someone's fantasy life by embodying a fantasy figure or creating a scenario resembling that person's dreams. No one can resist the pull of a secret desire that has come to life before their eyes. You must first choose targets who have some repression or dream unrealized.
Like, if you're gay and a man is secretly gay, that guy's your perfect victim. If you're a girl and you want to be with another girl, meeting a lesbian is your perfect person, right? And you know, it's kind of interesting how that works, man. There's a certain attraction whenever we meet someone who represents what we want, what we secretly want. We are secretly attracted to them, but also nervous, and we kind of sabotage ourselves from actually following through. You know, because like a part of us wants to follow through and a part of us don't. You know, and you may not want it when you get it, right? That also happens when the person gets what they fantasize about. They usually don't want it. So that's something you also have to be careful with. The disillusion, the disenchantment. In fact, this book has a chapter on that, which is beware of the after effects. But yeah, let's keep listening.
Really aren't enough. We crave the real thing, not this endless daydreaming and titillation. Your task as a seducer is to bring some flesh and blood into someone's fantasy life by embodying a fantasy figure or creating a scenario resembling that person's dreams. No one can resist the pull of a secret desire that has come to life before their eyes. You must first choose targets who have some repression or dream unrealized, always the most likely victims of a seduction.
For example, the ones that are willing to adopt a child are those who had the desire to have a child, right, and couldn't have one, right? This is honestly is something that you guys can really think of and apply in business, apply in everything. It really is. Let me know in the comment section. Am I exaggerating here? Like, because it's just I've never seen this. I've never seen or heard this from this perspective ever before.
Slowly and gradually, you will build up the illusion that they are getting to see and feel and live those dreams of theirs. Once they have this sensation, they will lose contact with reality and begin to see your fantasy as more real than anything else. And once they lose touch with reality, they are, to quote Stendhal on Lord Byron's female victims, like roasted larks that fall into your mouth. Mm-hmm. Most people have a misconception about illusion. As any magician knows, it need not be built out of anything grand or theatrical. The grand and theatrical can in fact be destructive, calling too much attention to you and your schemes. Instead, create the appearance of normality. Once your targets feel secure, nothing is out of the ordinary, you have room to deceive them. Pei Pu didn't spin the lie about his gender immediately. He took his time, made Boursicot come to him. Once Boursicot had fallen for it, Pei Pu continued to wear men's clothes. In animating a fantasy, the great mistake is imagining it must be larger than life. That would border on camp, which is entertaining but rarely seductive. Instead, what you aim for is what Freud called the uncanny, something strange and familiar at the same time, like a déjà vu or a childhood memory, anything slightly irrational and dreamlike.
Yeah, again, it's almost like people who say that they're Jesus, right? For example, let me show you this. Australia. All of the Jesus, you never see black Jesus looking black. Well, maybe you do. In Africa, obviously. Right? If you have a white dude and he goes to Africa and calls himself Jesus, they're like, no, you're not the black. You're not the white. You're the black. So you got to be a white guy. I mean, a black guy if you're in Africa. So let's look at the images right here. Sorry if it's pausing people. I got to get in the computer. Man, where's that guy? The cult leader in this book called right here. Oh, here it is. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes. What are the chances, huh? What are the chances that you look exactly like the fucking Leonardo da Vinci painting of Jesus? What are the chances, bro? Like, the dude looks like Jesus. So that's the point, is that he doesn't have to fly. He doesn't have to walk on water to do any, no. All he has to do is look the part. Have something uncanny. What's the uncanny thing about him? The robe. The robe is the uncanny thing. Most people don't have robes. You know? Oh, look at him. He slicked his hair back. I bet that's how Jesus had it during that time. 1 second, people. Hello? All right, guys. We're going to have a brief intermission so that I could tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing, where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my full dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club video that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at 238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, you guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared, because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.